Welcome to Seeking Beyond. I'm Tara Antonellis. I am a professional Hellenistic astrologer with a splash of modern. I'm certified in Dolores Cannon's quantum healing hypnosis. I'm a level 2 QHHT practitioner. I also do spirit release therapy in the background of soul centered healing. I'm a certified herbalist. I also read the tarot and I perform energetic healing such as Reiki. Thank you for tuning in. Here at Seeking Beyond, we talk about the paranormal, astrology, and metaphysical. Thank you for being here. Enjoy. Hi, guys. Welcome to Seeking Beyond, where we're going to talk about the next week's forecast for the astrology energetic week ahead. We have the transits first through February 7th to February 11th. All right, the transits for the week ahead. We have February 7th, Venus is sextile Pluto. Also on February 7th, we have the Sun sextile Chiron. On February 8th, we have Mercury sextile Chiron. And on February 9th, we have the Sun conjunct Mercury. Also on February 9th, we have Mars conjunct Mercury. On February 10th, we have Mercury square Uranus. And on February 11th, we have the Sun square Uranus as well. And we're going to start off with February 7th. Venus is in Aries sextiling Pluto in Aquarius. Before we get into that, let's talk about how Venus has entered Aries on the 4th. I did not cover that on the last week. And here you have the lover, Aphrodite, in the home of the warrior Ram, the god of war's dwelling. It's the feminine in the house of the masculine. And this energy is shifting from the watery nature of Neptune, Pisces energy. And we've been into a primal, proactive, dominant state where we've just been flowing. So now that we're getting into this more dominant state, you can think um, dark feminine, warrior goddess vibes. And Venus prefers a softer nature. She's loving and enjoys the finer things and luxury. And so when she is in the warrior's dwelling, she does not perform at her best. Her behavior is constricted by such harsh environments. So there's potential for conflict here in relationships. Venus governs our finances as well, and our relationships and how we relate emotionally, and also self-esteem. So while passionate in Aries, this energy can also be impulsive and prone for conflict. So be mindful for potentials of disagreements with other people and yourselves. So Venus governing beauty as well. This can involve some sort of modification with our appearance as well. And so learn to communicate and be assertive without being overly aggressive during this time. And so we could see heightened assertiveness and individuality in matters of relationships and just wanting to really own that independence as well. All right, so now let's talk about Venus making her sextile aspect on the 7th with Pluto on Tuesday. So the sextile is a 60-degree angle and it's harmonious. It's of the nature of Venus. So Pluto in Aquarius adds an element of intensity and depth and transformation. So the combination can lead us to having really powerful and magnetic, passionate connections at this time that potentially have a unique flair or could be unconventional in nature. And even the people that you're connecting with could be more um, unique and eccentric. So the people that you um are connecting with too can challenge your perspectives and encourage you to break free from societal norms and, you know, really taking that unbeaten path. So while passion is key, this is a transit where deep emotional connection can be experienced in relationships, deep emotional intimacy, and transformative experiences within relationships that really help you grow and evolve as a person and in your relationship. Pluto is the bringer of transformation and rebirth. So you could be experiencing really intense periods of growth and healing at this time and shedding old patterns and embracing new ways of looking at things and um, broadening your perspective. Also on February 7th, we have Sun sextile Chiron. The Sun in Aquarius sextile Chiron in Aries. We have Aquarian innovation meeting the Aryan initiative. And the Sun in Aquarius brings innovative, independent, and humanitarian spirit to it. And Chiron in Aries represents our wounds related to self-expression and individuality and how we assert ourselves. So the sextile facilitates a blend that is harmonious of these energies, allowing us to channel your Aquarian uniqueness and it's healing and allowing us to overcome challenges related to our individuality and our personal identities and our relationship with assertiveness and how we display that. This transit can inspire us to use those unique skills and talents that we have, the gifts that we have to heal not only ourselves, but others as well. Fears can kind of bubble up to the surface when Chiron is in Aries. Fears of failure or rejection or not feeling like you're good enough. The sextile, though, can produce enough courage and provide that support to overcome the fear and embrace that authentic truth and self with confidence. That Aryan energy really has that bold behavior to really own it this time. All right. And then February 8th, we have Mercury sextiling Chiron. Mercury in Aquarius is sextile Chiron in Aries. This transit is bringing a flow between intellectual, communicative style and our deeper, more vulnerable self. Mercury in Aquarius brings an objective, detachment, and an intellectual approach to things with our communication. And Chiron in Aries is relating to our wounds, and those wounds are related to our self-expression and how we assert ourselves. So the sextile is allowing these energies to blend smoothly and there's a clarity and an authenticity that Chiron brings. Anytime that Chiron brings healing, there is a vulnerability and an authentic truth usually that is discovered that provides that healing. Although it shows the area that needs the healing, it offers the support behind it. So you can see that support through intellectual exploration, and or our communication skills. So it's not necessary that one or the other may be received. You might be receiving all of them at this time too. So overcoming barriers around how or why or the way we communicate, whether it's related to our fear of rejection or judgment or not being heard. The sextile that Mercury is in with it, Aquarius can provide the confidence and that clarity to overcome those barriers and communicate your thoughts and your feelings with ease and grace and be able to articulate your words and find them to be able to really deliver that message in a direct way. All right, so February 9th, the sun is conjunct Mercury. Sun and Mercury conjunct in Aquarius, our collective energy and how we communicate is bringing heightened activity and intellectual focus and mental agility. The sign of Aquarius is represented by the strength and individuality that we have. It's original, it's out of the box ideas, um, it's helping us embrace that the unbeaten path and really owning our own way. It encourages us to ask why about things. It's thought provoking and rebellious in nature. The sun is representing our vitality and our consciousness, while Mercury governs communication and the mind. The conjunction is amplifying that energy and that mental sharpness that's making uh, this is a excellent time for creative pursuits. If you're trying to write anything or brainstorm or problem solve or learn anything new, research or plan ahead, exploring new areas or just really just expanding your knowledge in any way or trying to express your thoughts and ideas clearly, concisely, connecting with others on any intellectual level. It's really great for social gatherings, or even just like talking with other people about certain engagements, group activities, or just trying to like contribute to the greater good. Maybe you feel moved at this time to really just do something for the collective. There is, it's in the air for everyone to want to really think outside of its individuality as well, being involved in this, but with the collective and sharing information and ideas together. Okay, so February 10th, Mercury is squaring Uranus. Mercury in Aquarius square Uranus and Taurus. This can bring about some really unexpected twists and turns in our communication, our thought processes, our plans, what we thought was going to happen. Um, Uranus represents sudden shifts and disruptions, and how our established routines and values play out. And the square being of the nature of Mars can create a tension between the Aquarian mercurial vibes that we have right now. We've been marinating in like Aquarian vibes. So communication challenges may arise, things that can feel a bit erratic or unpredictable during this transit, communication disruptions, delays, technical difficulties. You can feel a bit scatterbrained and just not really able to focus well. Um, Sudden shifts with our moods and just impractical matters that could arise, such as changes with the schedule, not impractical, practical, I'm sorry, things that we have um, that are just going to kind of completely take us off guard. And the idea here is to maintain flexibility. This can affect our finances as well. Mercury is the merchant, and you have sudden gains or losses. So, and especially with this being in the sign of Taurus, avoid impulsive spending if you can at this time, or signing any contracts that could really be too serious because there's a potential for detours. So now it's not a time of solid foundation. Um, Yeah. So give yourself extra time when you're traveling as well, and take your time before making any important decisions, especially related to your finances. And so the following day, the sun follows suit. On February 11th, the sun is then squaring Uranus. The sun in Aquarius is squaring Uranus in Taurus. This is a transit that screams rebellion. And this could be a rebellious state that's not necessary. Um, Anarchy, anarchy of the status quo. This energy can bring a strong desire for independence and rebellion against any real tradition or structure or a limitation, or you could feel the urge for freedom and just wanting to break against anything holding you back from following your own individual path or anything that's going to clash with your energy. With it being Taurus, the eccentric energy of Aquarius, there's like a stubbornness of individuality, if that makes sense. It can create a tension, a sense of restlessness within you, and you could feel a tug of war. Tug of war for wanting to be out of the box, but also craving stability. The best way to work with this transit is to flow and embrace change and maintain flexibility and not really to resist what persists, you know? This could be a time to really try to learn how to adapt to things and use your grounding techniques. It can catch you off guard. It can have us acting outside of ourselves. So, spending time in nature any way you can to really stay in a centered state, a period of happiness, or anything that can like bring your energy up. Avoid any impulsive decisions and focus on self-care. Prioritize your activities to involve some support for your nervous system. It'd be a good time for salt baths and just taking a few minutes out of your night to really center yourself and get back into the body. With that Uranus activity, it can really mess with our wires, how we process our thinking. So be mindful of that and give yourself space and allow yourself to recharge fully because you can feel depleted. February 12th, we have the full moon in Leo. So, traditionally known as the snow moon, February is a time of deep winter. In many parts of the world, they are experiencing winter. So, the snow moon carries a symbolism of cleansing and renewal, the earth's purification, and the potential for new beginnings as spring approaches. So, it encourages us to reflect on what we need to release that no longer serves us as we enter this new season. It's awaiting us to be at our whole self. So, reflecting on inner strength and resilience, that the harshness that the winter months can bring, it reminds us of our capacity to endure challenges and adapt and change and emerge stronger from difficult experiences. Leo is a fire sign ruled by the sun, associated with creativity and leadership and passion and courage and strength. With Leo full moons, we can see heartfelt and romantic and also dramatic emotions, a desire to express ourselves and be seen. This full moon can bring up issues related to our self-worth and our need for recognition, our need for applause. The sun in Aquarius is creating a polarity between Leo's individuality being expressed and Aquarius's collective consciousness. suggesting a balance between individuality and our community, considering our impact of our actions and how we leave our footprint on this world. This full moon suggests a call upon our authentic selves and embracing our passions and our gifts and our talents and our unique services that we bring to this world. And it encourages us to share them. The dramatic emotions that can escalate during this time that Leo full moon illuminates, and it can conjure up something that can be mindful and not letting our ego or drama take over. Overall, the snow moon in Leo this February 12th is a time for embracing our authenticity and balancing our individuality and our collective needs and using our creative power to build a better future. So definitely enjoy yourselves this Leo full moon. Do something fun. It is great to do anything that is leading for your path and what you would like to illuminate. You can also do some releasing rituals. It's related to the heart. So if there's any healing of the heart that needs to be done at this time, it's a great activity to do under this full moon. And fire, any type of fire ritual would be fantastic related to this full moon. Anyways, guys, I hope this serves you. And yeah, till next time. Thank you.